Hi, this is Rob from Intelligent Irrigation LLC, and we're here in Los Angeles and we're doing a raised bed. What we're going to do is we're going to construct 2 raised beds out of wood and then install the Aqua and install the soil. So I'd like to show you what we got right here because we're building them from scratch. We went to the lumber yard, we got our lumber. First we measured it out, and then of course we got the lumber, and then we cut it to size. And then now we brought it over here, prefabbed, and this is it where we're putting it together. So come with me and we'll show you. So we got one bed right here, which is a 5x12, and we're building it with the studs. As you see, all you need is a 4x4, and you can take the 4x4, and we got a 1 plank, which is a 2x6, or I'm sorry, 2x12, and you put that right up there like so, and you get another one like this, and you put it in the corner, and then as you go along, you can lift this board up, and this is how you start tying them together. So it's real easy, as you see, to construct your own raised bed garden. All you need is a little know-how and get the wood, the screws, and everything to go with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to construct these gardens first, and then we're going to put the Aqua in, and then we're going to add the soil, and then we're going to grow some greens. So stay tuned for our next episode as we're going to take the construction of our raised bed garden. So once again, this is Rob from Intelligent Irrigation LLC, and stay tuned for the next episode. We're back again with our next segment. As you see where we're at the raised bed garden, which is 4 foot on one end and 5 foot on the other. But as you see, what we did here is we put a ledge up here that we can sit on. So it started with right here, where you'll see your 4x4, where we hook in and anchor in the corners right here, and we use a drill with we drill a guide hole like this one right here, where we just drill down. Then we take our screws that are 3 inches long, and we drive these in to support it. So we got it locked in with our 4x4, and we're also using this 4x4 to support this ridge up here. And the reason we're putting this ridge is so you can do just like I'm doing right now, which is you can sit right here, and when you need to pick your vegetables, you just sit down and you pick. Therefore, you're not standing up and bending over, so we think it's a good idea. And it's a little more helpful because bending over just isn't good for your back. So now, sit on the ledge, and you can pick everything you want, and all you need is to mount it with your 2x4s. So we just wanted to show you how that goes, and wanted to show you how we're doing it with the drill bit, and our screws, and our wood. And all you're doing is you're placing them. You know, you want to cut your wood to the right length that you want, like we did. We cut it to the length, we put it in, we anchored it in. As you see, these are just the same height as your wood here. So when you anchor it in, everything is flush. And so what you need to do is you get your 4x4s, you cut them to the height of your wood right here, you plant it out, and you put them in where you anchor it, and then you can also use them for the ledge up here. So we're going to continue on building this one. We're building 2 of them today, and so we'll bring you our progress as we move along. So this is Rob until the next segment from Intelligent Irrigation LLC. Okay, this is Rob, and we're finishing up the first bed here. As you can see, we got the ledge that you can sit on so you can reach over and grow your vegetables. and we're buttoning up the last end over there. But as you see under here, where you've got your studs that we're hooked up to, all the way over there. As you see over here in the corner, where there's some more studs. And as you come around, we got the brick wall. And then the other end of the garden. So let me take you down there where we're building our seat, kind of like a bench, as it's coming together. So you see we drilled the pilot holes, and now we're screwing down in there. Okay. And as you can see, use a power drill, 14 volt, 16 volt. Will do. Okay, and after we finish this bed, we're going to go over to the other bed and start constructing it. As you can see, we have it laid out here in our configuration. It's 3 feet wide, 20 feet long. And as you can see, the studs, the 4x4s that we're going to anchor into to hook up the bed. You've got the bench part over here that we'll be laying on top of. And when you get from the back side, this is what it looks like. So we're going to have 2 beds. As you can see, we've got an angle out on the one bed. The second bed is going to be a rectangle, 3 by 20. The first bed is a 4 foot on one end, 5 on the other. So it's kind of a 4 by 5 by 12 foot long. So this is Rob, and we'll come back with some more construction of our raised bed gardens, our 2 raised bed gardens. So we'll leave you right here as we're finishing off the one, getting ready to build the second. And after we finish the raised beds, of course, we're going to put the Aqua irrigation system, and we'll have that on video too. So we'll be back with the next segment. This is Rob again, and like I said, we're buttoning up. So we'll show you what we're doing here. Is we're putting on the last 4 feet of the bed. And as you see right here, we got the 4x4 stud where you got both of these woods butted up against there. So you got this 4x4 locking in that one, then this locking in this one, and then the same over at the other end. What you're going to have is your 4x4, which is right here. It's going to be locked in by screws right here, and also up here. And then we're going to have our ledge right here that goes over, that will be supported right there by 4x4. So to give you an idea of what we're doing, you've seen drill the pilot holes, and now we're applying the screws to lock in that last bit there. So we'll try and get a good view. Okay, so as you can see, that's the building of the raised bed, and you do that all the way down, and you lock them in. And so we're coming down at the end, as you see. We're at the very end, and all we have to do now is put on the ledge of the corner, button this corner up like we're doing here. As you see, we're going to level it off here. There we go, have it all leveled off. Drilling the pilot holes. Okay, then we'll drill another pilot hole and continue with the screws. There, as you see. And now we switch up as we use the drill to drill, and we use another one to drive in the screws. So as you can see, we place in the screws, and we're going to lock in the last edge. Level it, keep it even. And drive in your 3-inch screw. 3 inches to go through 2 inches of wood, and lock in with 1 inch to where you're anchoring in. Okay, as you see it button up there. So now all we have to do is put the ledge on right here, and this garden is done, and then we start with the irrigation system. So we'll be right back with that in the next segment. Hi, this is Rob from Intelligent Irrigation, and we're back again. And you've seen the last episode where we were building the raised bed gardens, and now it's time to irrigate the raised bed gardens, which is one of the most important parts of any garden, is how you irrigate it. So what we have here is our timer. I want to show you because this is a special installation. When I say special, I mean there's no PVC, there's no valve on this side. We have one outlet for a hose. So we're going to use a 3/4 inch hose, and we're coming into our filter right here. And this is what I want to show you is we start right here with the filter. What we did is we got our 150 mesh filter right here, and we put in our brass fittings. Now we got a hose to pipe fitting. We've got a brass fitting that goes on your pipe threads, which is what your filter is, so we screw that on. Now this is a hose fitting, so we're going to screw the hose right onto here and lock it in. And then as you see, it's going to go through the filter. We got the valve mounted on here, so it's nice and sturdy. As you see, it doesn't move. And we got the new DIG timer, which is a solar powered timer, so there's no wires and there's no batteries. You take this flip top off, open it up, and you see right here where you can set your time, so your watering cycles for, twice a day, once a day, whatever you like, 2-3 minutes. And then you sit this on here, like that. You got your solar power, so it's a really nice valve. You got your anti-siphon valve right here, so we know the system is going to drain. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in with the hose, and we're going to show you that. And then after the hose, we're coming up into our valve, which is run by a DIY solar timer, into our anti-siphon valve, and down right here into the Aqua jet, which is 4 inches, as you see, 4 inches from the surface down. And so we're going to come over here now, and this is going to water this bed. So we're going to come all the way down the center of this bed right here, all the way to the end. And what we're going to do then is we're going to go down, as you see. So we're going to come down right here, and we're going to go through as we trenched from one bed to the other. So we're going to run the PVC under where you won't see it. We're going to come up right here. We're going to tee off right here, and we're going to run 2 Aqua jets down that way. This bed is 5 feet on this end and 4 feet on that end because it contours with the cement. So what we're going to do, we're going to run 2 Aqua jets. We're going to split up the lengths, tee off right here. We'll come down here, and we're going to make it circular, just like we did on the other installation. So these are the 2 beds run by one water source, which is a 3/4 inch hose, not a 5/8 hose, but a 3/4 inch hose. And we're going to show you that right now. So this is the only outlet right here of water on this side of the house. It's really not feasible to bring the water from around the front of the house where the other valves are, because you got all the cement, you can't run into that. So you got this one water source. So we got the 3/4 inch hose. You notice this is bigger, larger in diameter than most water hoses. So you get the 3/4 inch hose, and we ran this just like we would PVC. And we're going to run it to the end of the bed, come back into the valve, and we'll be able to water both beds. So we'll come back with the other episodes and continue our installation of the Aqua jet in our newly built raised bed garden. Come down here and show you where we ended up last time. It was right at the end of the bed. And what we're doing here, as you see, is we want to get to level. So we want the Aqua jet right here at the bottom to be 4 inches below this, because this is where the soil level is going to be. And we want to water under the 4 inch level. So the bottom of this is going to be 4 inches down, so we'll measure that out. And right now what we'll do is we got our PVC, and we got an L, because we're going to the other garden. So we're going to come off this here, we're going to put this L like so, and come under the garden. So I'll show you what we do here to keep the dirt out. We're going to put the L on here, and then come on over here where we have our trench. And we're just going to stick it under here. Okay, and we're going to come along here and stick it right under there. And then what we'll do is we'll glue on right here. Okay, we're going to knock the dirt out, but this is why you want to flush in case you get any dirt in. We're going to glue on right there. And as you see, we're coming over to the other side of the garden. So we trenched from one to the other. And this is going to be covered up once we're done. But we're to the other side of the garden. And as you see, what we're going to do here is we're going to cut the PVC down here, and then we're going to come up and over and install 2 Aqua jets in this garden. So we've got one down the other one, we're going to put 2 in this one. So this is where we're going to come up, we'll tee over here, and then we'll come out and we'll come circular. And so we'll come back to show you that. But what we're going to do is we're going to glue up those joints. We're going to put another L down here to come up. Then we're going to put a T in there. The T is going to bring us over. And then we'll put the L's to go down, and we'll show you all that once we get it hooked up and glued in. So we'll be back with the next segment. Right now, this is Rob finishing up the second bed of our raised bed gardens, installing the Aqua jet irrigation system. We'll be back with the next segment. Hi, this is Rob again, and now we're back, and I want to show you what we did since the last time that we left you. here we started off at the end of this bed. This is the 20 by 3 bed. And as you see, we came here, kept it at a 4-inch level, came down with an L, and we shot under to the other bed. So we've covered it up here, where this is going to be buried. We trenched, and we came over here. And as you see, you can't see any of the PVC because we came under. And then we brought it into this bed right here. And right here, we want to show you what we've done. Now, if you remember, this bed is 4 feet wide on that side and 5 feet wide on this side. So it's going to have a contour. So what we did is we came in under here and we came up with an L. As you see this, uncover this here, there's the L right here. So we came in, we came up with the L into a T right here. And as we came to a T, because it's straight across, we came over to right here to this one. And we also teed over to the second one. And remember, we're going to make this circular where at the end it goes and connects, so it's in a circular motion as it waters. So here we go. Here's the configuration we did is we divided it evenly on this side, and we also divided it evenly on the other side. So there's equal measurements. Will come out here to here to here and to the edge. So what happened is the system with its flex just kind of bowed just a little bit. So we'll bring the camera down to this end here, and I'll stand at the other end and show you. So you can see we got the white end down there, and as you can see, this rail right here, it starts right here, but it's going to bow just a little bit because the other side is wider. So what we did is we kept the same width. So let me show you right here. We'll come right here, and as you see right over here with this width right here, we've kind of kept it the same as we come down to the end of the fork with it. So we went from 5 feet to 4 feet, and the system, we just kind of bowed it because once again we equaled the measurements from here to here to here to here to here. What you see here now, what we're going to do is we're going to flush the system. So we're going to turn the system on, and we're going to turn it on at the other side where the valve is. It's going to run through the first system, under the bed, up the T's, out here, and right out these pipes, where we're going to flush any dirt or chips that may be in there from our drilling or when you ship it and you're packing anything. So we all want to make sure that we flush the system before we button it up. So we're going to come back and we're going to flush the system. We're going to button it up. We're going to set the height, and we're done. And then all he has to do is add the soil and the vegetables to grow his green. So we'll be right back with our flush in just a second.
Hi, this is Rob again, and we've decided to, actually the owner has decided to put a second valve on. He really liked the way that the first one looked, so we're going to hook up the second one. It's a DIY or DIG valve, so we want to show you real quick how we piece it together. So this is the valve right here. You've got the anti-siphon valve right here, and you've got the valve right here, so it's going to go back like this. So what I did is you got the pieces here, which is a 3/4 thread to a 1-inch slip for your PVC, 3/4 thread to 1-inch slip, and you can see how I glued a little piece of PVC in there. What we're going to do is piece it together like this. We wanted to show you in case you wanted to do one in your own bed. We're going to mount it right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back, we're going to glue this on with this L, and we want this L right here to be straight in line like this. So we're going to glue that. It's going to come all the way up. And after we glue that L on, we're going to take our filter right here, which is our 150 mesh filter. And you see how we have it set up for PVC on one side and a hose nib on the other to screw your hose into. So what we're going to do here is we'll come in like this, and you'll have that connection. And then we'll come in with this PVC here, and we'll glue that like that. So when you come down, you're going to come down like that. So basically you're going to have something like this. Now you can screw your hose on right here. You're going to come in to your valve, out your anti-siphon valve, right down to the Aqua jet. So we just wanted to show you how to piece that together. So we'll take it apart for you. You got your filter where your hose comes in, water flows through. You got your bushing right here and your coupler that you glue on. You then glue your coupler on to your 3/4 thread 1-inch slip bushing, where that will glue all the way up in. And now you're ready on your front end, so the water is coming in like this, coming through, coming down. With this one right into the Aqua jet, it's going to come down into a T, where we're going to T both sides out and hook into the Aqua jet. So we just wanted to show you how this works with this DIY valve, the filter, 150 mesh filter, hose thread with your hose nib to go with the hose on the other side. And then we're using a 3/4 inch hose. So this is how this is going to go. We're going to hook this one up on the bed, and then we're going to run them, and we're ready to grow. So we'll be right back with the last segment. This is Rob from Irrigation, and we'll see you at the next. Don't forget to go go to our website also where you can buy all the products, especially the AquaJet, www.intelligentirrigationllc.com. Thank you.
Go.
Okay, this is Robin. We're back here. We got the beds hooked up. We hooked up another valve on the other bed. We're going to hook the hose up to that, but what we want to do is test fire this bed. So, as you see, one more time with the setup, the hose to the filter, to the DIG timer right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on manually right here so we can see it run. You can hear it turning on. You see it. You see it spraying. I'm going to step in right here as it's firing up. Now you'll hear it engage. There it goes. You hear the air. All right, now we're running. Okay, so you see that we have a spread 12 inches and we're putting out some good water here. We've got the timer. We open the valve. And everything's looking good. So we're running now for about 30 seconds or so. Let me put this back on here. We're going to let it run for about a minute so you can see the output. And this is it. Okay, this is Robin. We're here at the raised bed garden. We're flushing our second garden, as you see. We've got our tubes coming out here kind of like an exhaust. And we're flushing all the dirt out in case there's any dirt. As you see, nice clean water coming out. And watch what happens when I press my hands over it. It's going to make the system kind of work. And you'll get an idea. And you can the camera there of how the system's working. You want to check all the jets, make sure they're working. Everything looks good. As you see the crisscross pattern. And when I let my hands off the pipe, like that, it automatically flushes. So once again, you get half pressure, full pressure, but this is what it will look like. Actually, a little harder. You can hear the air coming out now. But we're ready to go now, so everything's flushed. All we got to do is turn it off. We're going to button these up too, so it's going to be a circular. As you see, both lines are working, so what it is, it comes and circulates around, and as the water circulates around, it's coming out, which is why you'll see that this would be how it would look on the circular pattern. So that's it. We got 2 AquaJets in this one. We got 1 in the last one. We're done with this installation. All we have to do now is fill the bed with some soil and put the greens in and start growing. So for this installation, we're going to call it a day, and we're very pleased and happy with the installation. Of course, we're going to come back and we'll shoot another video, a follow-up video when everything's already growing, and Mario will let us come back and view his beautiful vegetables. So for Rob and Intelligent Irrigation LLC, we'll see you at the next video.